Camera. Okay, welcome team. This is a new course for Mr. Okonski. Thank y'all all for joining us here. I'm really pleased that they do have seating for y'all this year. This is his third game within the last week or so, so he's very well warmed up. And there we go. Tee number 1, and it took a perfect turn, and he really did get close. So fellow fans, please be very, very careful as we walk down, because this is kind of like a rugged terrain, not one for the faint and weak. Again, Mr. Okonski pointed out how to get the best footage on this is by turning the phone sideways. Good pointer. We're going to see if we can take this one with 2. That'll put him in a much early lead. Not that he needs it or anything. And came close. We're underneath the big rock. And that's a deuce. Two shots. No, three. But again, the terrain. The terrain. Now, fans, as y'all will remember, that course in Massachusetts, oh my gosh, that was heavenly. This one, just stay up with me and we'll get you through this course just like we always do. He's warming up, stepping back, and shh, quiet. Excellent. Y'all follow along. He is an overachiever. You gotta love that. I don't think there's an opportunity for a third shot on one of those, so let's go collect those other 2. Apparently this course allows you to do do-overs. That's a new term for me this year, because you know we've been out of pocket for a couple of years, but we're back on the trail in different states. We just happen to be in Rhode Island for this one. Follow along, fans.
Oh, that's terrible. Good tree kick.
Oh. Mr. Okonski didn't like it, but I thought it looked pretty good. What do y'all think, fans? Oh, the roar. Way to go. Now we definitely want a bogey on this one. We'll see what happens. This again is T2. And he's got that putting down absolutely fabulously. We can see it in the chains. The crowd is loving it. He spotted the basket, so we're good. And guys, the foliage here, let me take a scan around here. It is absolutely beautiful. But let's get back to the reason we're here. Yep, Mr. Okonski's, he's getting better at hitting those trees. Sometimes it helps, like the last hole, but this one, Yeah, I think this is a new strategy for him this year. I've never seen him on his knees squatting to make a throw. And we hear that thud again, the tree. and he got a do-over, and this was a better do-over than that first do-over. So let's keep it quiet, because there's some other players on the field right now. We want to focus on the champion right here. Now, ladies, I think you will agree with me. He has really got his upper body really in shape, very muscular, and those long legs. I tell you what, he can, I bet, move on a dance floor better than anybody else you'll ever dance with. Okay, all right. We're guessing that's where the basket is, so we're gonna head that way. And there is the master trying to teach the master on how to video. I think this is gonna be difficult. He's got himself in a little bit of a pickle here, but he's gonna try that new stance down on one knee, and it worked pretty well for him last time. Let's see what happens. I think it did. It worked pretty good for him. Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's go to the chains. Wow, this one, like I said, he's got that putter. It's going to go right into those chains like it has every other time that he's putted today. Crowd, please, please, shh, shh. It's still early on. We don't want him to get the big head just yet. Okay, we are at T4, and I think this is a 4 par, so he's got some opportunities to keep himself high in the lead. That ain't gonna do it for him. So we're gonna go chase that one down. Well, from what I can see about this one, he's gonna get another par 3. You know, guys, he's been keeping his self in the game ever since, and some of y'all may know, he moved out of Texas into Delaware, where I think I got that one. That was great, Mr. Okonski. That was great. So he's been in the Northeast for quite a few years, and it looks very good on him. My concern sometimes could be the altitude, but I don't think the altitude is affecting his game. But we don't know how much higher we're going to go. So let's follow along. All right, as he's choosing the one that is going to get him to an ace in the hole, let him get his game plan on. We are at T number 5, and this is a 4 par. And y'all heard that thud. Yep. He's not happy with that. However, this is his 3rd game in a matter of a couple of days, so I know he's got to be tired. This could be difficult because, yes, guys, he's in the thicket, but he's worked himself out of these positions before, and let's see what happens. Well, he's out of the thickets. That's good news. Yeah, this course promised him his own caddy, but as you can see, it's tight out here. You cannot have a professional disc golf player and a caddy and all these fans here at the same time. So he has been the pro that he is. He said, I can carry my own bag. Now Now to me, this tee looks very ice aged with those stones. Mayan temple or something is what we're dealing with in the thick of the forest here. So audience, please be careful. Watch where you're going. Yep, this one's gonna be tough. He's gotta almost go through a big boulder or climb over it to get to those chains. And look at that! Oh my God, crowd, what did we say? We're gonna have to be a little bit more quiet out here. There's other teams playing out here as well. But yeah, that was a par 4, and he did a great job with it. Sorry guys, we missed that, but that was a very good shot. Let's look at the circumstances that he had to get through to make that shot. These big old huge boulders, and you can see that little blue thing at the end. That's what he was aiming for, from way back behind me. He got close. He did get close. This is T6, and it's a par 3. Let's follow along. Well, I know for certain that he's going to pick that one up with no problems whatsoever. He's good at those short shots. He's perfected those. Okay, we're going to wait for this one. It's going to go right in. This is what he's known for, and wow, the crowd is just over. Way too loud for this one, way too loud. We're gonna have to rein him in, Mr. Okonski. We definitely are. Now, some of you may remember there has been a tournament where many of you ladies noticed he did change his hair, but one of you did point out, I mean, that's his trademark. It is. He's got that little touch of red, and I don't know if you can see it from a distance, but as we get closer to the next tee, y'all kind of look for it. It's adorable. Here we go. Now we're gonna sneak up behind him. He says I gotta do it a certain way, but yeah, you can see that beautiful auburn hair. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't wait till next game. Here we're par 8, or we're T8.
Maybe 7.
Could be 7, could be 7. Those are good bounces. Those are good bounces. Now, as you can tell by Caddy Pam's deep breaths here, we're at a much higher altitude. So you know it's got to impact all the contestants here. But I think we're going to be seeing that through the course. And whoo-hoo! I've not been counting how many of those, which I guess I should, but he's had several of those. And he's really picked up his game on this putting thing. All right, well, we seem to be at 8 again for some reason, but you know, Caddy Pam is kind of out of the loop. It's been a while since she's participated in one of these, and now that we're ready to go, he's got his blue disc, he's fanning it on, and ready, set, go. Oh, yeah, he was fanning it at me. Turn it sideways.
That's not what I was doing, but you wouldn't think that. It's just a kick.
Holy cow. The terms, there gotta be terms for this fancy stuff that he's doing. Maybe, well, what we're gonna do, the next tee is T9, and once we finish T9, we're at the halfway point of this course. So we're gonna take a break, and I'll get brushed up on some of those terms that everybody knows well, except for the person he keeps hiring to come along with him on these fabulous journeys. Let's catch up with Mr. Okonski. All right, another par 2. Let's see if this putter can go in. And it did, and it did. Yes, crowd, I agree with you. He is on his game. He may not be leading right now, but he's not very far back in the pack. So let's move on to T9. Again, T9. Let's try and... Oh, we're going that way. Okay, let's go that way. That one went pretty far. That one went very, very far. We're all warmed up now. He is in the thicket again, but we can see where the chains are. And it landed a little further away than what it usually does, but we're gonna pick that back up. Won't be a bogey or a par 3 yet, but we're gonna get close to it. That was pretty. That was very, very pretty. Just a little bit higher and we would have heard those chains do exactly what we're about to hear right now. Well, he's so confident he just dropped it in. That's what he did. So confident. So let's go ahead and take a break. This is the 9th hole. We just finished up. We're a little bit behind, but these next 9 holes, I feel confident we're going to catch up. No doubt in my mind. Look at him pointing. That's mine. That's mine over there. We'll get back together in a little bit. All right, fans, we are at number 10. We are ready to begin the last half of this course. And what Mr. Okonski has is the T disc. And it's yellow, so it will show up pretty well in the as it's landing. That's why I like particularly these bright ones. Y'all may remember from previous that pink disc. We didn't particularly care for it, and I have not seen him use it yet.
It's lost in New York.
Well, yay! The crowd is going wild on that one. Lost it in New York. Poor baby, poor baby. Let's move on. I think he got some wind underneath that one. That one's for sure. So let's go ahead and do a replay on that one. That one looked like the replay of the first one. But let's go ahead and do a fourth it. I think that one landed pretty well. That one, I like that one. I do. So let's go locate those 4 discs. And you know, you might say those 2 discs look very close to being pink, but they're not the one that he lost in New York. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. All right, this is, like I said, T10, and he got all 3 of them in there. Can we do a bogey? There we go. We got all 4 of them in there. And crowd, y'all are so sweet. Several of you have asked me, where have I been? I said, well, I've been retired. Mr. Okonski, for this leg of the tour, he pulled me out of retirement to come back. He just said, I can't do this without you. There's been no other caddy like you, Pam. Please, please, please. And you know, he even took me to a Red Sox game. He doesn't have to do that for me. He pays me to do this. And one of the things that happened at that Red Sox, well, they didn't win. It was 12-2, but fabulous Fenway Field, there was some idiot that jumped onto the field with no shirt on, and it took, I think, 10 law enforcement men to get him down and get him whisked away to the place he should be. Probably is not going to be feeling well this morning. All right, we are now T11, and we can clearly see that basket on the straightaway. Clearly. No trees blocking it, no boulders blocking it. So, yeah, this is going to be a good hole. There's that special position again, and we got a nice little breeze here. And there we go. That was just a replay of what we just saw. Absolutely perfect. That's a 2 par. 2 par is what we did on this one. All right, we are on T12. This one is going to be, as you can see on the signage over here, it is a par 5. So this one must be a little tougher than the ones that we have previously been part of. We got the yellow disc again. We're gonna let him focus. We hit some trees. Mr. Okonski didn't like that. I don't know if you overheard him. He said that is a terrible, terrible bounce. And that happens. That happens to the best of us. Well, fans, stay with us on this one. Because it's a 5 par, with my experience that I have with this game, that basket is a little bit further away than the baskets that we've seen so far. I can't even see the basket down there, but we're gonna walk down there and get a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer. All right, we just experienced, and it wasn't for the first time. He's done some hyzers before. This one really worked out for him. He's dodging those trees very, very well. And he's very, very close to the chains on this one. Beautiful, beautiful sound. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sound. And you can tell by his response. He's very, very happy with that. And guys, keep in mind, this was a 5 par. Mr. Okonski, how you feeling about that?
I just got a birdie.
He got a birdie. I was going to say a bingo, but it's a birdie.
I love me some bingos.
Okay, T13. And this one, we're going to have to follow him. It looks like we're going down a fairly significant path. We'll catch up with him in a minute. Just so as you know, what a good caddy would do, one of those more professional ones, they would get this broom right here and they would take it way over there and they would sweep that launch pad. He's gonna have to pay somebody else for that.
In an ant pile.
Uh-oh. We're thinking we'll now be experiencing ants. Disc in an ant pile. And with his experience with the game, he just mentioned to the crowd a lot of dirt went up in the air, and usually when that happens, that means you hit an ant pile. So let's shut this down for a while until we can get that disc out of the ant pile. News from our Mr. Okonski. No ants, so that's a good thing, because otherwise I would be saying, what a pro. He picked up the disc in the ant pile and left it there and shot it with the ants all over him. But I am very happy to announce that did not happen. I did miss those chains while I was being concerned about my boss, but he is okay. Let's walk to disc hole where he's pointing. That's the one we're going to. Tee number 14, and the fact that I cannot see the chains, this may be a 4 or a 5 par, and I was correct the first time. It is a 4 par. 4 par. Let's let's cheer him on. He did very well. He's been doing very well these last few, the last 2 tees. It would be much better if he could stand where I'm standing to throw that disc, but you know, rules are rules. You got to follow them. And he is a rule follower. That is for sure. So now we're going to go back to lower altitudes. Let's follow along. We've got this set of chains right here, and then as I move this way, we've got that set of chains that he's aiming at. Golly gee, I hope it's the right set of chains. But we saw that nice little, there's a term for that when it rolls on its side. And when I get back with you, I'll have what that is called. A wheelie, but I don't think so. Yeah, what we just experienced with that last one, it was a blade. And it got him in very, very good position. We've not seen him do that in this tournament just yet. So he's trying out different techniques, that is for sure. And there we go. We got another birdie, a par. Yeah, the altitude's getting to Caddy Pam, but they're, you know what I'm talking about. Here we are, T15, and let's see what he pulls out of his bag of tricks over there. We're going to get a purple one again. That seems to be something, but please know, he buys discs at different places, and some are, you know, showpieces he doesn't use, he just collects, while others are, you know, ones he has to replace after, you know, he lost that pink one in New York. You got to replace things like that, especially those special ones. All right, Mr. Okonski, take it away.
I'll go that way.
Oh, he's going this way.
Here, can you scoop one off this side? I don't know.
Yeah, he's giving Caddy Pam good directions, good directions. Well, we are returning to the flatlands again, and you can see very, very, very beautiful course. And you may recall seeing this before because this one takes a loop around. And we're just going to the 16th hole. And you know, Mr. Okonski, he has some wonderful, wonderful fans. While I was retired, y'all are just so cute and adorable. You would write to me and check in on where Mr. Okonski would be touring next. And as you all know, he has toured as much as he can on the southeast part of the country. And he's really, really playing out the northeast of these tournaments. So again, many of y'all have asked me, well, when is he coming west? I can't divulge that right now, but I think there might be an announcement made at some point that he may be, if not the very, very far west, but maybe central. And either one, that's where the altitudes do get higher. So more news to come on that. Let's get down to the 17th hole. No, we're not at the 17th hole yet, but once he puts this one away, we'll be moving that direction. He's gonna put that away. We're gonna repeat. I'm gonna rewind. Yep, we're gonna rewind. We're gonna rewind this one. I wasn't clearly focused yet on those. There goes those chains. There we go. Well, instead of chain T17, we're at T16. And I think one of the things that I do like about this course, and there's many things that I do like about this course, we haven't spotted any wild animals.
Oh, you haven't?
nor have we spotted crocodiles because there doesn't seem to be an abundance of water. Huh?
There's the painting's not, the weather isn't.
Yes, so let's get a picture of this as well. Yep, this is for par. So we're gonna let him set up and release. I think that's a good shot. Now I'm going to share with the group that this probably was a pond at one point in time, but you know, many players don't like throwing their discs into water and having to jump in there after them. So I think it was a great choice to fill this and make it such a lovely flatland. There went that Jaime again. I think this was a good course to play that maneuver here.
What maneuver?
The hydrogen, the high B.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all be quiet right now. We're getting close to the 17th hole. We need him to concentrate. I told y'all, let him concentrate. That's what I'm talking about. That's my boy. That's my boy. All right, hole number 17. We've got this one and one more. We're in the crunch. We are really in the crunch. He is feeling the pressure, and I can tell because anytime he leaves his caddy behind like this, he wants to be focused and he wants to be on his game. So let's join him at the launch pad. All right, again, number 17, and the par here looks like it could be a 4. I'm getting better at reading these. So let's put our focus on Connor. I think that was a very fancy move. There's a term, I know there is, when you hit 3 different trees with one swing. Mr. Okonski, how you feeling? This one is wearing down. You got one fella ahead of you and one fella behind you. You think you can pull this off?
Comes down to the last 2.
There you go. There you go. Word from the wise. Now again, crowd, let's be very, very quiet during these last 2 holes. And look at that. Look at that. That was so pretty. Thank you for understanding. That level of concentration is what he's going to need to pull ahead on this one. All right, folks, viewing on TV, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to head around on the other side while he goes the more treacherous side, but we'll hook up with him at the tee. I know, guys, this has been, it just seems like we just flew through this course. Even though it's a very challenging course, we're already at tee number 19.
18.
Tee number 18, yes.
We'll cut it in post.
Connor so knows where he's at. And this one is a par 3. So let's cut back to Mr. Okonski. That one was definitely a crowd pleaser. They are really rooting him on. So that's got to give you a little higher level of confidence. Yay, that's what I'm talking about. But when we get down there, it's time to let him focus again. All right, viewers and those in the crowd. He is, can he make this hole? That we don't know what the other competitor behind him is going to do, but if he can make this chain, he will be in first place until the last, I heard those chains. I heard them. So please, crowd, let's let this other competitor do what he's going to do, and then we can give either one of them the congratulations that they deserve. Connor, I can't stop the crowd. I just cannot stop them. The protection crew, they're really trying to keep the crowd back. But there's one young lady. She seems to be breaking through the barriers. She's not very tall. She's very, very cute. And I don't know if we're going to be able to keep her back there. But the whole crowd just loves you. And a word from you to them before this ice gets poured on your head.
Good game.
It was a good game. It was a very, very good game. Your skill sets, your strength, and I think what really has played a lot to your strength was this is the third tournament that you've played here in the Northeast. So very, very different courses, but through the years, your techniques, you showed some today that I'm gonna have you school me on as to what those are called. But congratulations. And until, I can't wait till the news is broke where your next tournament's going to be. So good job, Mr. Okonski. Woo!